Well, I jumped on the chance when I was asked to be on the Parent Advisory Board for these very feelings, these very same feelings that we're expressing here today. It's just, I just wanted to be part of a group that would be able to communicate with other parents in the same situation. And it's, I think it's great.
Just help them over the bump.
That hump.
That bump that we went through.
First,
you shouldn't have to, we talked about being isolated, and I think that's how you feel. Like you're the only one it's happening to. I'm the only one that went through this.
I really am thrilled that we're together, being able to talk about our experiences and you know, sharing them with each other. Oh Lord, I was just confused, petrified, felt very alone. I really didn't know what I was going to do. It was probably one of the most frightful things that I had to face in my life.
My feelings during this time, I was very afraid. There were so many unknown things that were very difficult to distinguish. Being a single parent, you just got all kinds of things thrown at you. And I definitely felt isolated. I really could not turn to, I didn't know anyone to turn to as far as people that had gone through the same experiences.
See, at the time, I was very frustrated because there were so many issues to deal with my daughter, medically, emotionally, physically, and the whole system was a little bit frustrating to me, and I just, you know, needed to share that with someone who had had an experience similar to mine.
And we were just at a loss of what to do. And we had gone through all kinds of counseling sessions with several different professionals, and they just had no answers for us.
My frustration started very early on and built until we finally wound up where you almost knew where we were going to wind up, but there was nothing you could do to put the brakes on it. It was just very frustrating not being able to find the help that we needed. It's interesting you bring up, we've all got children with different needs, but we've all gone through that phase where you want to first know why. Why did this happen to my kid? And then you want to know, am I to blame? Am I the reason why this is happening?
I was very scared, I was confused, and I started hating my parents because I thought they would take care of me at home, but they couldn't. It's like, how can they abandon me, you know? But they don't really did it, because in the long run, I realized that my parents put me here to make me better as a person, emotionally, mentally, and physically, and mature more.
Always hoping that I would meet somebody that understood what I was feeling, what I was going through, and hoping that they would help me and guide me, not to be ashamed that I didn't do anything wrong, that it's not my fault.
You just are overwhelmed. There's just so much to absorb that that's when you really feel like you're alone.
Right, right.
And, you know, no one really understands
what's happening, and it all seems like it happens so fast. I mean, one day she's learning disabled, the next day you have a mentally ill child.
I would have loved to have talked to other parents, and I was just very confused, and it was a very lonely experience.
Being a single parent, you just got all kinds of things thrown at you, and I definitely felt isolated. I really could not turn to, I didn't know anyone to turn to as far as people that had gone through the same experiences.
Oh, Lord, I was just confused, petrified, felt very alone. I really didn't know what I was going to do. It was probably one of the most frightful things that I had to face in my life. Because I think one of the hardest things for a parent to do, whether it's on a permanent basis or a temporary basis, is to place their child. Any decisions that had to be made medically, socially, emotionally, physically, they're always asking me. So we're always in communication, and my permission is very important. I was concerned about being able to make decisions for Sarah. Yes, I was concerned about my parental rights, but that concern just left me shortly after Sarah was placed, because they have always been in communication with me. Any decisions that had to be made medically, socially, emotionally, physically, they're always asking me. So we're always in communication, and my permission is very important.
We were really concerned that he would assault somebody, and that he would take it out on other people and our friends and our relatives. We were very concerned for their safety. He was acting out. He was physically abusive to himself and to other people.
I think the other thing that we're hearing here a lot of is how involved the families are, and that even though placing your child, that doesn't mean that you're giving up your rights.
One of the biggest humps that you can go over and say, I need help. And that's what you need to do.
Then all of a sudden you thought, I did the right thing, this is going to be okay. And then you could kind of get past the guilt and the anger and the roller coaster of emotions.
And you cannot do that 24 hours a day. You need to sleep, and you need to take care of yourself, just like you need to take care of your child. And that's what really opened up my eye to explore what was out there.
There is some risk involved. Yes. There is definitely some risk involved in the counseling pieces. But you have to experience some of that hurt to get through it and take the risks, because that's the only way you're going to move on.
For those parents that are considering their placement at BVS, I just want to urge them to put their faith in God and do what they feel is right. And they have a wonderful staff that will support you and work with you to give your child the best possible future that they can.
He's out, he's working, it's a job now. Doesn't always make the right choices, but we're learning and moving on. I agree, it was probably the best decision for Ken, and even now to have him say that, makes a big difference, that he actually realizes that this was the best thing for him. Everyone here is more than willing to help you. I called back many times on weekends and said, this is what's going on, you know, this is what I want to do. Do you think I should do that, or do you think I should do this? And they offered advice. So the support is there consistently, whether your child is in the care of Baker Victory Services at that time, or on a home visit, or at school. And you should utilize it, because it helps to have that consistency to the treatment all the way around.
You know, we all know we just can't do it alone. We've all been there, done that. And just to try and reassure other parents that we are there for them. And the system has improved considerably from where it was when we all got involved. And every day's a new adventure, a new ordeal to go through. But we've all become stronger, more reassured parents that we've all done the right thing for our children.
I can call, I could stop by, visit, you know, anytime there's any questions about any decision making for Sarah, I'm always there, and they always, inclusion is a big thing here. So you've never really lost control. You're always the parent, they respect that, and that to me is like so important.
Audrey received a great education.
We learned how to do adult daily living skills. That's how to budget money, how to use the transportation like buses. We teach you how to express your feelings and control them in a positive way instead of negatively. Like running away is what will that get you? It will get you to the living room. The way I feel about the education I received here is, it was awesome. Summer youth program, I went to UCPA, that's handicapped kids. It was like a teacher aide, help them feed themselves, do activities with them, interact with them. And then I went to Par Road Vocational Center, and I went through programs like machine shop or humor services and childcare. So I took childcare and I graduated from there. And I got my degree in early childhood education. I'm going to Erie Community College, City and North Campus for childcare.
It has given me an opportunity to speak to other parents, and also I know the importance of being able to communicate with other parents when they're in a similar situation. And so for me, it was just a great opportunity.
I can't just impress upon you how important it is for your parents to become involved. This is not something that's going to be fixed for your son. It's a family problem. Your family will be together for a lifetime, and you need to be involved so that you can deal with the issues for a lifetime.
There's help and there's hope, and never put down God's creation.
I always think of the little cartoon. I guess the best thing, a piece of advice that I would give is don't lose hope in your child. No matter how bad it seems. There's a little cartoon with this little kid's face and his hair's all a mess and everything. It says on the bottom of it, "Don't worry, God's not finished with me yet."